So, in this business conversation part of Business Northeast, today we are here with Zomawii Khiangte, who is the founder of local all-natural soda. This is a startup from Mizoram, one of the northeast states of northeastern region, which is the first one to receive a pre-seed funding. So let's welcome Zomawii Khiangte to give more insightful view of her startup and inspire all the people out here. Welcome to Business Northeast, Ms. Zomawii Khiangte.
Thank you so much.
So, why don't you give us a brief of what you have done so far in your brand, with your brand?
Okay. Yeah, our brand is called Local All Natural Soda. We started this in 2021, and we've been around the market for a while in the Northeast. So we were distributing in Nagaland, Shillong, Guwahati, and Mizoram, of course. And so recently we branched out to the metro cities. So we are currently in um, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi. And we are probably the first FMCG brand to be in a quick commerce distribution in the metro cities. And one good about our product and our USP for us is that we source directly from farmers across the Northeast India, and also that we are um, the Northeast brand and we want to be the ones promoting the Northeast through our brand and through our products.
So you are the only beverage from here, from the northeastern region. You're the first one from here, I guess.
Um, I won't say I'm the first. We're the first Northeast beverage, but we are the the first ones to go to the mainland India. Yeah.
So, how are you setting, your marketing strategies and how to be the sustainable brand from northeastern region?
Yeah.
How you are setting it apart from other brands?
Yeah. So as I always say, you can have the best product in the world. However, unless you can sell, then there's really no point. So a big part of our strategy is marketing and sales. We have to sell in order for us to make our product economically viable. So a lot of our, we make sure that our end consumer or our targeted consumers know what the ethos of our brand is. It is to, talk about the sustainability practices across the Northeast region, and also talk about the diversity that we get here in the Northeast. And so that's what our USP is, and also what sets us apart from the competitors in the beverage market.
So, so far, what challenges, like what's the particular challenge you have faced and how you have mitigated the challenges, how you have grabbed the opportunities so far?
Being from the Northeast, the biggest challenge that we face is road and electricity and just poor infrastructure in general. And again, trying to meet deadlines with different platforms, trying to supply to the different platforms in the metro cities, it is a real challenge. However, we have a really good team. I have a really good team that I work with, and we're able to meet some of those deadlines. Sometimes we miss it. Of course, these are real pain points that we suffer in the Northeast, and we just have to live with it, and we have to make sure that government policies are addressing some of these concerns that we have as businesses, and trying to make sure that we stay on top of the government policies across the different states.
So, can you give an example regarding that? For instance, you have mitigated that issue just that way. Just give us the solution how you have done that.
I don't think I necessarily have the solution, mainly because, of course, we have a manufacturing plant here in the Northeast. So, of course, especially during the monsoon, we all know the roads are bad. Again, just making sure that, our team has good communication, and we work with the logistic challenges that we have in the Northeast, and also making sure that, we give ourselves a little bit more time compared to other places, other brands. We would have definitely, that's where our big disadvantage would be.
So your brand packaging is quite attractive. something which we don't naturally see here in our region. So how did you like come up with that design? How did you find the right vendor or someone who actually helped you in this process?
Okay. Thank you so much for that. We, again, for us as a brand, we want to make sure our artwork is good and our branding, packaging, everything, even social media has to line up with the brand messaging. We were very fortunate to have our design, our brand designed, or like the labels designed by Neeti, who is an award-winning artist in India and even internationally. We got her in the initial stage when we could still afford her. Probably we won't be able to afford her today, but we were very lucky. And so she designed that for us. And we also, with our branding, it's always, the vision has always been, okay, it's got to like be pan India. So we wanted to make sure that it also captures what people would want or would want to see across the metro city. So that's always been the vision for us.
So how much it really takes up to design all of these things? How, like, what's the cost of branding when you start with such a brilliant idea behind that?
Cost of branding is expensive. We work with marketing agencies to help us with our branding and making sure that that messaging is out, and the ethos and the motto of our brands are communicated well. So again, it depends on the marketing agencies you work with. I mean, it can be very, very expensive. To also, like, a lot of the times we do a little DIY. We work with local talents to help us, create reels, create content for us, and also again partnering up with the marketing agencies that we work with.
So what was your first challenging part when you first approached the market with your brand? Do you remember such kind of any instance you have you remember till now?
So again, FMCG and taste. So people have to taste your product, and again, the challenge as anything else, it's taste is very, very relative. Someone might like it like very sweet, someone might not like it very sweet. So it's really trying to create a product in between that people would want to buy or mass consumer would want to buy. Again, for our brand, the main thing is, again, always sticking with what we think is best or something that I myself would want to consume. It needs to be low in sugar compared to like anything else in the market, and we have to have fresh ingredients, and it has to taste natural. So that's always been the motto, and also making sure that even as we develop products, we have to stick with those criterias and meet those criterias before we push anything out in the market.
So since your is all natural kind of beverage, so you are coming up with another such kind of product line apart from whatever you have till now.
Um, for now, yes, we will in the next. So right now, our main focus is trying to get our products. We have 3 flavors, so we're trying to push that out as much as possible. So next step for us is, okay, develop more products along the same, like, different flavors, and then next we also want to work on eliminating packaging, trying to be more and more sustainable, and also trying to drive down some of the costs, and try to create a lower cost product for our end consumers, and try to eliminate this packaging. That's going to be the next step for us.
So according to you, how much important is branding, publicity, designs, packaging? How important it's for these kind of manufacturing industries?
If you are a brand and you want to get to the end consumer, that is probably one of the most important thing, because you could have the best product. As I said, you can have the best product unless you're able to sell and able to communicate with your end consumer. There are no sales, which equals to no, there's nothing is going to trickle down back. You could have the best production capacity and have the best in line, but you need to be able to sell. And selling, you have to it goes back to branding and marketing.
So the let me ask you about the funding you have received,
Yes.
the pre-seed funding. So what are your plans with that amount?
A lot of it um, is going to the market deployment, um, going to marketing, the sales, and making sure our product is reaching to the right demographics in the market. So that's where the funding is going. A little bit of infrastructure upgradation, but our main focus is sales and marketing.
And where are the most of the customers? Like, where is your more number of footfall you have received? Like in Assam or any other states of India?
So far, we are our biggest sales um, region is the Northeast India. We get a very good traction from Shillong, Aizawl, two of the states, and slowly we are getting into Bangalore. We just got a big order from the quick commerce, and we just got a repeat order, which is very assuring for us.
So, what's your next target? Like, you're targeting any kind of corporates or any government organizations for your product lines?
Um, we do want to get into the corporates and also government in terms of sales, and also wanted we at the end of the day we want to be the drink of the Northeast. So we're hoping we get more into those corporate catering and that distribution line.
So far, how much profit, if I ask you, how much profit you have received?
Look, in terms of the actual numbers, we're not a public company, so we don't necessarily need to disclose that. But in terms of, we are doing okay. We are not, we haven't. It's not a break-even company yet because we're just 3 years down the line. We plan to be profitable by 2025.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, where do you generally source your raw materials from? How many people are involved with your?
Mm. So we source our materials in terms of the raw materials. We source it directly from the farmers across the Northeast India, specifically in Mizoram for now. We have about 500 farmers on board that we work with today. And for us, it's a little hard to quantify because, for example, with our pomelo, it's not, there are no plantations across the Northeast of this particular fruit. So we work with different households in different villages. So total today we have about 500 people or so working with us.
So, any exotic fruits you are experimenting with?
So last year we harvested dragon fruit. It's currently being sold in Mizoram. We haven't really had the opportunity to sell it out of state. So that's pretty exotic, especially compared to like the produce that you get in the metro cities.
So, you have any particular vision for your product? Like, you are targeting any particular city or state where you want to come up with some kind of different attractive offers with your brand?
So we are currently in 3 cities in Bombay, Bangalore, and Delhi. And our approach to market has always been okay. How do we get the brand familiarity across like the different demographics? A lot of it has to do with partaking in events, doing some social media influencer, a little bit of that, and a little bit of just doing, taste testing in the retail markets and maybe in public areas, trying to just have people familiar and know us a little bit more.
So, what was the customer's response so far? God.
It's we've had very good response, and especially I think India and especially in the younger generation, we see that people really do care that we are an impact-based company compared to like our competitors. That we source directly from farmers. Our ingredients are very authentic. The taste is authentic. People seem to appreciate that, and usually, especially when it comes to the orange, our orange flavor, people that taste it usually just we end up 99% of the time when people taste it, they actually buy it.
So here we have heard a lot from Miss Khiangte about her brand, about all natural soda brand from Mizoram. So thank you, Ms. Khiangte, for joining with Business Notice today. Thank you for giving such
Thank you
an
so much.
insightful view of the beverage industry today. Thank you.
Thank you.